Good morning, dear students. So in decimals we have done so many things. So last week and the previous week we had done add the decimal numbers, arrange and add, subtract, arrange and subtract. So this week we are going to do, or this class we are going to do multiplication of decimal numbers. Okay? So I hope you still remember your multiplication table. So before we begin, let's do a little have a little game. Ready? 6 sevens are? You should be fast. 42. 8 nines are? 72. 8 eights are? 64. Okay? So let's begin our today's work. And in our previous class we had said that multiplication is what? Repeated addition. What is it? Repeated addition. For example, when you want to add 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. How much is 2 plus 2 plus 2? 2, 4, 6, 8. So if you want to do quick calculation, a faster way of doing calculation is, what number is this? 2. How many times has it been repeated? 4 times. 2 4s are 8. So what is multiplication? Multiplication is repeated addition, and it is a faster way of calculating. For example, there 345.15 into 45. Instead of writing this number 45 times, it may fill up this whole blackboard. So what do? We do multiplication. It is easier and faster way of calculating. Okay? So let's begin our today's class, and that is multiplication of decimal numbers. In most of the decimal numbers I put 2 points of decimal, but here I put 1 point of decimal. So before we begin this, so how many points of decimal are here? 1. How many? 1. After one number there is a decimal point. Okay? After how many numbers there is a decimal point? 1, 2 points. So 2 numbers. So we'll come back to it later on. Ready? Let's begin this. 2 6 are, it is the same way. Don't get puzzled. Okay? Same thing as we have done before. 2 6 are 12. 1, 2. Do not put the decimal point now. Only when you finish doing the sum, then we'll think about putting the decimal number, decimal point. 2 6 are 12, 2 8s are 60 plus 1, 17. Now you got 172. But now let's go back to that decimal point. After how many points of decimal we must put? After how many numbers we must put a decimal point? After one number. After one number. Okay, don't just decimal point is there. Like in addition, we must put a decimal point below it. No, it doesn't have. We can't do that in multiplication. Yes, we can do that in addition and subtraction because decimal point comes one below the other. But in multiplication, we have to count the number of decimal points. Sometimes it may be in the multiplier also, this side also. But we're not going to do this today, maybe some other day. So let's go to the next sum. Forget about the decimal. Think that there's no decimal. Only after you have finished doing the sum, then you put the decimal point. So 7 sevens are 49. 7 6 are 42 plus 4, 46. 7 8s are 56 plus 4, 16. Let's check again. 7 7s are 49. 7 6 are 42 plus 4, 46. 7 8s are 56 plus 4, 60. How many points of decimal? 2. So 1, 2 point. That's when you multiply these two numbers, you get 60.69. Let's go there. How many points of decimal? 1, 2. 2 points of decimal. Why we are writing this? So that later on in our answers, we can put the decimal point after how many numbers? 2 numbers. So that's 9 threes are 27. 9 sixes are 54. Plus 2, 56. 9 twos are 18. Plus 5, 23. 9 threes are 27. Plus 2, 29. 9 fours are 36. Plus 2, 38. So we have finished multiplying. Now we must put the decimal point. After how many places? 2. 1, 2. You got that? Now you know how to put the decimal point? Only after you finish doing your sum. Let's do this. How many points in decimal? 2. 5 6 are 30. 5 9s are 45. Plus 3, 48. 5 5s are 25. Plus 4, 29. 5 5s are 25. Plus 4, 29. 5 7s are 35, 36, 37. 37. When you multiply 5 and 8, you get 40. 40 plus 3, 43. So one part. Now the next part is you have to put the decimal point. 1, 2 point. 1, 2 point. Remember, if you don't put this decimal point, your sum is wrong. So this decimal point is necessary, because if you don't put the decimal point, you will get 4,37,980. But when we put the decimal point, that number becomes 4,379.80. Now let's do some numbers that have 2 multiplication. So we only look at which number? 3. Do not look at 2, because some of you forget, some of you may multiply with 2. So let's put that in the box. Okay? So let's do only with 3. Just imagine that there's only one number. So how many points in decimal? 2. 3 4s are 12. 3 1s are 3 plus 1, 4. 3 9s are 27. 3 1s are 3 plus 2, 5. 3 7s are 21. Remember to put the decimal point only when you have finished the addition at the end. So forget about the decimal point. Now we'll have to multiply with 2. We have finished with 3. Now let's cross out 3 so that we don't get mixed up again and multiply by 3. It's only 2. Now before we multiply with 2, we must put a 0 or a cross. Do you remember? Okay, let's put a 0 here. Okay? Why we put a 0 here? Because this 2 is in the tens place. If you don't put a 0 here, we must do 20 times table. So instead of doing 20 times table, for example 20 plus 3, when we expand this 23, it is 20 plus 3. We have finished doing a 3 times table. Now we have to do 20 times table. So this 0, we are putting it here, and now we have to multiply with only, very good, 2. 2 4s are 2 4s are 4 is the first number. 2 4s are 8. 2 1s are 2. We have finished this. 2 9s are 18. 1 8. 2 1 2 plus 1 3. 2 7s are 14 and plus. Okay, you got that? This 3 is the first number. When you multiply with 3, the first number. When you multiply with 2, is the second one. Let's check it. 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2, 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2 plus 1, 3, 2 7s are 14. Now let's add. 2, 8 plus 4, 12, carry 1, big number 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, carry 1, big number 0, 8 plus 5, 13, plus 1, 14, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and 1. Okay, so now we have to put the decimal point. How many places? 2. 1, 2. Point. So when you multiply these two numbers, we get 16,540.22. Now let's do this. 345.15 multiplied by 45. So we must do which type table first? 5. Let me write this with a different color. 5 5s are 25. 5 1s are 5 plus 2, 7. 5 5s are 25. 5 4s are 20 plus 2, 22. 5 3s are 15 plus 2, 17. So we have finished multiplying with 5. Now we must multiply with 4. Okay? So before we multiply with 4, what must we put here? 0. Or you can put a cross. Okay? So let's do 4. 5s are 20. Same like the first number, but okay? You must put a 0 when you start. 4 5s are 20. 4 1s are 4 plus 2, 6. 4 5s are 20. 2, 0. 4 4s are 16 plus 2, 18. 4 3s are 12 plus 1, 13. Got it? So now you know how to multiply with the first 5 ones and 10s digit. So what is the next thing? We must add. 5, 7 plus 0, 7, 5 plus 6, 11, carry 1, 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 8 plus 7, 15, 3, 4, 5, and 1. So now what must we put? A decimal point. So how many places? 2. 1, 2. So when we multiply this number with 45, we get this answer. 15,531.75. Multiplication is the same as we have done before. Only this time there's a decimal point there. So here we must know how to put the decimal point. After how many numbers? So we have to, there's only one common decimal here, so 1, so we put only 1. So I hope you have understood. Okay, dear children? So stay safe and stay at home till we meet the next time. Bye.